Welcome back to another video beer review. Today we've got a beer coming out of Overtone, and it is their Bridge or Cloud.
And he's from North England.
They are from North England, again joined by
James from Rampant Rye Reviews.
And we have a tipper from Overtone. Typically, I don't really buy triple IPAs because I don't enjoy them all that much. Because for me it's always quite hard going when you've got 440ml of like a 10% triple IPA. But I buy them every now and again. I bought one for this weekend or this week, knowing that a few of us will be up. So it's a HDHC, whatever the fuck that means. Oak cream triple IPA. What does HDHC mean?
High definition, high cuntiness.
I don't know. Some bollocks. But yeah, Citra Cryo, Azaka, Sabro Incognito, and Sabro Cryo. So Incognito, from memory, is the same as Cryo. I think it's just a different brand name or something like that. Or it could be liquid hop. I think it's liquid hops, which is, to the same effectiveness as Cryo, but in liquid form. So it's supposed to improve yield as well as give you more kind of hoppy intensity of flavour.
Could be hella dank, hella creamy.
It could be. Probably will be. I know this is based on like other halves, their oat cream triple IPAs that they've done in the past, and that's kind of why I bought it. So I used to love those sort of beers.
I've tried this one and I know it's good. I will say that.
I look forward to it. I do look forward to it. So crack it open. I bought it like last week or week before from Trembling Madness. So
It's still foreign.
it's from north of the border.
It's a foreign ale from over the wall.
Oh, it smells awesome. It does smell so good. It's got that, even before kind of pouring it, it's got that super kind of vanilla note. It's a noisy dishwasher.
It's the washing machine.
Washing machine. It's a really kind of vanilla-y note.
Oh yeah.
It's a sweet boy.
I mean, yeah, you can smell like the oats come out right away.
Yeah.
And with the oat cream, it's interesting because I always find the oats, like, if they're a bit drier, it means the beer's a bit older. If they're a bit creamier, it means it's a bit younger. But it was quite hard to tell with the oat cream.
Yeah.
And this beer is about a month, maybe 6 weeks old at this point, I think.
Canned on date was 13th of June, so yeah, about a month old.
All right, okay.
It smells like super peachy. I don't think we've properly done like a mega hot beer
Yeah.
for a bit of time, so super peachy, tangerine.
Yeah, that'd be the Azaka that's giving you that.
I use Azaka like
Sabro as well.
yeah. I'm a whore for the old Sabro.
Yeah. I get lots of juicy mango as well, and that's the Citra.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's mango. It's like you get juicy when you first take it. You get like the sharper peach and a bit of like guava.
Yeah.
Then juicy mango, and then the orange, the tangerine oranges, and then the bit of coconut from
coconut. Yeah.
Right.
I think like Sabro over time, initially, I think it was always like full on coconut, but I think over time with like that crop, because something that people don't really kind of expect. They expect as soon as you've picked it to get one flavour, and that's just the flavour the hop kind of gives you.
Yeah.
But over time, it does slightly mutate, but from crop to crop, and also from picking time to picking time, is that you can get different kind of elements out of that hop. So I think more recently we've been getting more kind of like tangerine notes. It's still coconutty, but it's not quite as coconutty as what it was when it was first kind of picked of like 2020, 2019 sort of time.
I think it's got a wee bit of pineapple as well.
Yeah,
so
like pineapple cube sort of thing.
Yeah, Azaka gives you a little bit of pineapple, I would say, as well.
It smells lovely.
Yeah. I mean, the thing I'm noticing about this one that's quite interesting for me, I mean, my review's not published yet, but I filmed it a week or two ago, I forget, because it's officially no food at all.
Yeah.
But you get with this one, it's got quite a dense white bready note to it, a lot of oat obviously, but in the malt base with this one, rather than getting like Werther's Original, you get a little bit of that thing from the yeast that smells like Parma violets.
Yeah, a little touch of it.
The green component's big, floral, but it smells quite oily, probably because of the cryo.
Yeah.
Mainly floral.
Yeah.
And obviously the brightness of that tells you it's late edition hopping. It's not so deep and dank.
Full on late edition.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of bitterness, but not too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slide
Cheers. That's nice. Yeah. Like I said before, where normally with a triple IPA I'd feel quite daunted by it. I wouldn't really want to drink the whole thing. I would this. They finish this quite high. It's quite a fair bit of sweetness as well.
Mm.
On the back end, so I reckon we're talking probably 10, 12, 10, 14 sort of like gravity on the finish. It's really sugary sweet.
I mean, the thing that I think got me about this one, just from tasting it now, is that it's a mix of creamy, but it's also quite oily and slick.
Yeah.
You know, kind of silky is maybe the right word for it. So the mouthfeel of this is, as I say, I've not had too many oat cream IPAs. It's not
mega full. Like sometimes with the old other half ones, you were getting like really thick mouthfeel. Not quite to the same extent of like a nitro stout, but really thick.
Yeah.
And this is just a shade lighter than those ones that I remember from probably about 2-3 years ago now.
Yeah.
Bloody good though.
Yeah.
It's got that enough thickness in the inner body to carry all of the ABV as well as the flavour.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like the middle of the palate, you get that bread crust, the dense white bread, the oat on top of it, and it's interesting with the oat cream because we know this beer's fairly fresh at a month old, but you still get a bit of dryness out of the oats, which is interesting with oat cream. And at the back of that, in the back third of the palate, it's more about the wheaty bitiness.
Yeah. The lactose definitely does provide like a mid-body kind of sweetness to it, but then it drops off a touch.
Does it have lactose?
Typically with an oat cream, you'd expect so.
Oh, right, okay. Doesn't list it.
Unless it's got dextrose.
Oh, no, there you go. Sorry, I'm telling you lies, yeah.
Yeah. So the lactose is to give that kind of real creaminess. Sometimes they do put dextrose or maybe maltodextrin, but yeah, it does give that real sweetness.
I mean, green component for me on the sides of the palate, there's a wee bit of earthiness at the back, but it's floral, quite it gets spicier the more you drink of it on the front corners of the palate. Bit of zesty grassiness, but floral mostly, like 80% floral.
It reminds me of the sort of quality of the beers when they did the honey series, where they did honey double IPAs and honey. I think honey and Nelson Sauvin was maybe the last one I had out of that range, and I probably didn't even have it all that fresh, but it was really good. I'm really impressed by it. Really impressed by it.
We haven't done the fruits.
Lots of them.
Lots of them, yeah.
Yeah, it's pineapple, kind of mango. Melon, like a honeydew melon sort of note, and a bit of coconut.
See, that's the thing I get. You were mentioning peach, and I get more peach and like guava in the flavour of this one. But then when you go into the aftertaste with it, you get more of the oily kind of tangerine, the pineapple, and a bit of the juicier mango. That's what I'm getting. I'd be curious if I said the same in my own review. But that's kind of what I get with it. It's a little bit peachy and guava when you first take it.
It's all very much rounded off at the back end with that coconut,
Oh yeah,
it softens
definitely.
it all up.
Yeah, and you get that density from the bread as well.
A delicious ale.
A delicious foreign ale.
Foreign ale from Overtone, north of the wall.
North of England.
North Britain. Anyway, if you see it about yourself, Overtone, Bridge or Cloud, give it a go. And by all means, give many of Overtone's other kind of double IPAs and triple IPAs a go, because I'm a big fan of almost all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll see me review a good few of these over the next wee while, because I'm in the mother end.
And drinking all the Overtone.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, see you next one.
Slanja.